Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon.
It is on. Okay, excellent. First of all, thank you so much for this lovely musical opening of this event. And I would like to say, of course, first, namaste, and welcome to our event. It's a big day for us, and we are so excited that you are together with us sharing this great moment. You know, I'm actually always excited when I'm in India. I might have been in India probably during the past 20 years, more than 50 times. I don't know exactly how many times. One day I need to check all my old passports. I need to check how many stamps I have there. But I've been here so many times. And every time when I'm here, I'm very excited, like full of energy. And always when I'm leaving India, there's a moment of sadness. But at the same time, I'm fully charged. I have like loaded my batteries. And we are going to talk about this moment a bit later today. This was like a hint what is coming soon. But really great to be here. So thank you very much for being with us. You know, we are HMD, home of Nokia phones. And we are on a very, not secret, but very unique and exciting mission. On a journey. We are on a journey to bring back to smart mobile telephony one of the greatest and most loved consumer brands of all times. And today marks a very, very special milestone on this path, on this journey. And we are really happy and privileged that we can do it here. It happens here together with you. It happens in India. You may know that we come from Finland. That's where our home is. From Scandinavia, northern part of Europe. Many of our trade customers in all parts of the world, including India, have been saying that it's so great that once again there is a true European alternative in this mobile phone race and mobile phone space. Now, having said that, we really feel that we are in the right place in India when we have this worldwide announcement that soon is going to happen. Because, you know, I used to work for the Nokia Corporation close to 20 years. And I was very much involved with the Nokia brand that I always have loved so much. And always there has been for a long time a very special bonding between Indian consumers and the Nokia brand. Very special relationship. And that's why we feel that this is exactly the right place to make this worldwide announcement today. So can we go to the next slide? So thank you very much for being today with us. One more time, thank you. We also would like to I'd like to extend this gratitude to all the Indian consumers, all the Indian trade customers, and also the media who also is here today, and many other media who have been with us on this journey already for more than a year. We got a lot of encouraging signals from the consumers, from the trade, from the media, that we are on the right mission, on the right path. And thank you so much for that, let's say, input and feedback. But at the same time, we have also received a lot of constructive feedback, criticism, you might say, ideas how we can improve on our journey, and that is as important and valuable for us. So also today, I'm very much looking forward to have a good dialogue and discussion with you after the presentation. Please share your thoughts, your 5 cents, what we should be doing, how we should be bringing this great brand alive again in India and in the rest of the world. So thank you very much for all your feedback. I also would like to welcome a very special group here. We have also Nokia fans here in this room. In fact, so welcome. It's so great to have you here. I think that most of us actually count to that group, but very, very great to have also Indian consumers and fans together with us here. Okay, still a few words about the Nokia brand. So last time I was here in June, we had a great time when we announced the Nokia 3, Nokia 5 and Nokia 6 to the India market. And I remember talking about the brand, and I know it's always difficult to be short when you talk about something that you really feel so passionate about. But just a reminder that Nokia brand is a very, very unique brand. First of all, it's a brand. It is not a trademark. It's been out there for more than 150 years. So it's an authentic story that we have a big responsibility and privilege to take further and write the next chapter for it. And it stands for so many great attributes and things. So we don't have to create them and talk to some advertising agencies, because it's a true, authentic story, and we will just amplify and write the next chapter of the story. So it stands for things like reliability, quality, trust, simplicity, ease of use, and absolutely also for the distinctive design. But there is also a deeper meaning in the brand. The brand has always had a purpose. This human aspect, what I'm talking about, that has always made us so different from any other technology brand out there. And we are so proud of it. And it's a really like a true, deeper meaning of the brand. And that's what consumers out there are today looking for, especially millennials. They are looking for brands with a purpose. They are looking for a relationship. And we are so happy that we have a brand that has something to offer for the consumers, something we can talk about. And perhaps the idea, in a nutshell, in the spirit of connecting people, is that the world today may be more connected than ever before. But when it comes to people, perhaps it doesn't apply. It may be that people might be as disconnected as ever before. So therefore we think that right now it's the right time to unite. And we've been playing with this theme a little bit already during this year. We are looking forward to bring it alive multiple different ways, rich ways, in the coming quarters and years. And in fact, we started a very, very interesting exercise here in India just a while ago. First time ever, globally, worldwide, HMD, we decided to run and create a local campaign. And of course, we wanted to do it first in India. I'm talking now about our most recent Diwali campaign that was just running a couple of weeks ago. And that campaign is really talking about that great theme. And I thought that before we go further, we might look at the video. So this video or this film has been viewed in India already for more than 50 million times. So this will be the next time. So let's now run the video, please.
सर वो अमित ने मेल किया। Give me 2 minutes, मैं आपको से बात करूँगा।
फोन पे सब कुछ है इसके पास, बस टाइम नहीं है। नो ये वाला भाई।
अरे यार अमित तूने शर्मा को मेल
ऑमलेट।
मम्मा मैं ऑफिस में कर लूँगा। यार उसको कर दे, उसने जान खाई हुई है।
जो मेरा वो भी तेरा, जो मुझ में वो भी तेरा।
ये तो तेरा है।
आप ही तो कहते रहते हो माँ कि पूरा दिन फोन पे लगा रहता है, तो आज के लिए ये फोन आपका और मैं भी। हैप्पी दिवाली माँ।
मैं किस सिवाय तुझे मैं क्या दूं?
अच्छा अब रोना नहीं है, सेंटी माँ।
चुप कर।
मैं किस सिवाय तुझे मैं क्या दूं?
आपकी कसम कह रहा हूँ कि फिर पता है क्या हुआ, चाची ने पीछे से पकड़ लिया।
ले ले।
अरे नहीं चाहिए मम्मा।
अरे ले लेना।
नहीं चाहिए ना।
दिया चला आपने फिर।
So, as you could see, this is not about talking about megapixels or other performance-related things, which of course are so important for us, and soon you will hear more about it. It's very important that every Nokia device is a great performing device. But anyway, we want to talk about these kind of things also with the consumers. So it's time to move on. Before that, just wanted to remind you the last thing about marketing and branding, which is that we really want to reach out to the next generation. Nokia brands is an everyone's brand. We definitely will be having a great portfolio where every consumer segment can find, we think, a great choice. However, we want to stay laser focused to the next generation. And I'm really happy to share that so far, when it comes to the visitors in our .com sites, be it our own phone site or our social media sites, more than 80% of the Indian consumers who have been there, they are all millennials. So we're really happy about this great sign that at least the first steps that we have taken are going to the right direction. But with these words, I really would like to welcome one more time you all to this event. And it's time to invite to the stage the person who is the captain of our ship, our Chief Executive Officer, Florian Zeither.
Thank you. Hello and welcome. Thank you all for joining us on this very special day. It's really, really exciting to be here with you all in India, a country that means so much for us and a country that's really been the home of Nokia phones for so many years. And we're very humbled by the love that India continues to have for us. As Pekka already alluded to, today we have some very exciting news to share with you. And here we are at this very unique venue that shows that technology has the power to benefit everyone. And this is something that we as Nokia Phones very strongly believe in. We started our journey only 11 months ago, a very short 11 months ago, but we've been really, really busy. So let me share you what has happened since we started the journey as HMD December last year. In these 11 months, we brought a fantastic lineup of 11 new Nokia phones to the market. What a great portfolio, both on the smartphone side and on the feature phone. This is incredible. Our team has been so busy and we are so proud to bring this new lineup to our consumers. And then also, we are now a global business selling the new range of smartphones, the Nokia 8, the Nokia 6, 5 and 3 in over 80 countries globally. An incredible achievement, again, for a company that has just started the journey. And what's most important, we're proud to have millions of happy consumers already. The most important thing we're looking at is our customer satisfaction. And we're proud to share that the NPS scores, the satisfaction with the new Nokia phones, is at an all-time high. Thanks to you and thanks to our great teams creating these exciting new Nokia phones. Our ambition is very, very bold. We want to be among the top smartphone players globally again in the next few years. And we believe that's where Nokia Phones deserves to be. And we see India playing a crucial role in meeting that ambition. We really see tremendous momentum here. We saw the Diwali advertising and we really can see how the Indian consumers love and connect with the brand. The start to our business in India has been really, really encouraging, or you could say a little short of magical, as Ajay would probably put it. We've been able to manufacture locally in India thanks to our partnership with Foxconn. And you already know about our commitment towards building a Nokia mobile care network across the country. And the consumer response has been really, really tremendous. And it gives me great pleasure to share with you that actually we have bold plans to increase our retail reach in India. By the end of the year, Nokia Phones will have 100,000 stores where we are selling Nokia phones to the consumers. Thank you. Ever since we started selling our smartphone globally, India has contributed significantly to our growth story. We see maximum engagement on our digital and social channels, and they are coming from India. After just 1 quarter of smartphone sales, India is already among the top 3 countries in terms of Nokia smartphone activation globally. Keep it going. We need those Indian fans. And we've just had a very splendid Diwali season. Thank you all for the Indian consumers and fans. Now we're moving to the announcement today. As you all know, the $100 to $150 price point is actually the largest segment globally, contributing to more than 17% of all smartphone volume. And here in India, that segment is even much larger, contributing more than 30% of the volumes, and it's even continued to grow in the future. Our news today is very much centered at this very exciting segment. And to share our global announcement from India to the world, I'd like to now welcome Juho Sarvikas, our Chief Product Officer, on stage. Welcome, Juho.
Thank you, Florian. How's everybody doing? Starting to get quite excited. First of all, special heartfelt welcome to our fans. We're here for you and because of you. Also, welcome to all of you who are watching the live streaming back home. Today is a very special day. We're going to introduce a new member, the Nokia Android smartphone family. This member, just like all of us, has a very unique character. And like you know by now, everything that we do has a purpose, just like our announcement and the device today. But before I get ahead of myself, I wanted to spend a few minutes just to talk about who we are as product makers, what the brand stands for, and what do we fundamentally believe in. Your Nokia Android smartphones will always be different in 3 ways. First of all, to me, Nokia has always been about exceeding your expectation. It's a device that simply works better because it's a Nokia. This is a statement on the actual real-life performance of the device. It's a statement on how you employ the absolute latest technologies and how you obsess about the quality of integration. No shortcuts. It's the quality of integration that makes all the difference, and that's what we're here to talk about today. Secondly, we're the craftsmen of the industry. We have a unique take on design. We start with a very honest material approach. And we stay true to our Scandinavian roots as designers. We deliver pure forms that are also truly emotive. And thirdly, our take on Android. Pure, secure, and up-to-date. You might have noticed we announced last week Nokia Mobile Beta Labs. You can enroll now with your Nokia 8, in the future with the entire lineup, and always get the latest flavor of Android. And in the meanwhile, you can give us feedback and help us mature the right experience. All 3 of these are uniquely relevant in the segment that we're talking about today. While announcing devices like the Nokia 8 in the flagship category gets a lot of press, so good amount of fun, it's actually equally important, and we're equally passionate about introducing devices in the lower part of the marketplace, where we believe that the consumer is underserved today. We think it's about time that we change the dynamic. In addition to our own identity and our fundamental beliefs, we always take great pride in starting with the consumer. Now, this segment that we're addressing today has quite a few unique characteristics. First of all, the smartphone is uniquely personal for these devices. It's typically the only screen that they own that's truly theirs. They might be sharing a TV back home or whatnot, but the smartphone is their only personal device that they carry, and they carry that with them all the time. These people live highly mobile lives. They might leave early in the morning, come back late in the night, and they rely solely on their smartphone to keep them entertained, keep them productive, and keep them socially connected. It's actually a very demanding consumer profile. And that's why we're here today at the metro station. This is where these people spend a large amount of their time on a daily basis. Our friends at Qualcomm, and you later on have our good partner Larry from Qualcomm on the stage, have done research together with Counterpoint. There are 4 elements that are absolutely vital for this segment as they're looking at their next smartphone. First of all, battery life. 97% ranked battery life as the #1 thing that matters to them in their smartphone selection. At a tie, 3 other important items. Display size, but also the quality of the display. Connectivity, namely LTE. They need to stay connected as they're commuting, as they're going about their life. And thirdly, imaging. Now what we thought we should do is that we should take this consumer insight, pair that with the best real-life experience, a premium design that you can be proud of, and a take of Android that's pure, secure, and up-to-date. This is how we designed the Nokia 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're proud to announce Nokia 2. Our latest addition, the Nokia Android smartphone family. The Nokia 2 has a simple, yet very powerful and easy to remember promise. Nokia 2, 2-day battery life. In addition, the Nokia 2 carries a very premium design. The Nokia 2, just like the Nokia 8 for that matter, is milled out of a single block of 6000 series aluminium. We do not compromise. Thirdly, the Nokia 2 features best-in-class 5-inch HD display. Now when it comes to display, the magic is in it being LTPS, delivering unprecedented contrast ratios and power efficiency. Let's take a look at the details. With Nokia 2, we wanted to take the same approach that you know us from with Nokia 5, Nokia 3, Nokia 6, and Nokia 8. It is milled out of a single block of 6000 series aluminium. We want all of the consumers out there to feel very proud of the device that they're carrying, no matter how much they paid for it. The CNC milled 6000 series aluminium body meets Gorilla Glass 3 on the front and a beautiful polycarbonate back on the other side. It's not only a premium design, it's also highly resilient and built to last. Nokia 2 comes in 3 colors: copper black, pewter black, and pewter white. So you can choose the color that reflects your personality the best. Now when it comes to display, we've learned through our consumer research that people in this segment have their display on almost 5 hours a day. Again, a very demanding user profile. They want to stay connected. They want to stay social. They need to stay entertained and productive. Screen is of absolute essence in this segment. What we've done is that we've invested in a 5-inch HD display with LTPS technology. The magic happens in the display stack. Display has multiple layers. What we're particularly interested in today is what's called the TFT layer. The TFT layer brings the electricity in the display. It commands the liquid crystals. LTPS technology is over 15% more power efficient than the technology is used in this segment today. Secondly, it delivers an astonishing contrast ratio of 1 to 1300. Now you might see this coming. There's also a big battery in the device. Nokia 2 features a 4100 milliamp battery in a beautiful, sleek design. But it's easy to convert. Thank you. It is easy to convert a phone into a battery bank. That's not what we've done here. We've actually had a really thoughtful overall system design. From the display, to the battery, to the chipset that powers the device. The LTPS display and the 4100 milliamp battery is matched by Qualcomm Snapdragon 212 mobile platform. Now this platform delivers excellent performance, but it's also very efficient when it comes to power consumption. To tell you more about the platform and the partnership that we have with Qualcomm, I would like to invite Larry Paulson on the stage. Hey Larry, welcome.
Thank you. I lost my mic. Jumping up here. Hold on.
Take your time.
Yeah. I had this set up. Are we on? Okay. Yuho. Thank you. Hey, I want to start by saying thank you to the HMD team. When I first heard about this announcement and being a global announcement, and I heard you were going to do this at the Sector 56 train stop, I thought, I live 2 train stops down from here, and I look up at those train stops as I was coming home at night saying, how are they going to do this, right? How are they actually going to do it? But as usual, the creativity kicked in and the innovation kicked in, and I think this is a phenomenal venue for an announcement like this. So congratulations to the whole team for doing that. It's nice to have something really, really different take place in the market. There's approximately 5 billion users on phones in the world today. Interestingly enough, 2 billion of those are still using feature phones. Of those 2 billion feature phone users, about 1/3 of them, or about once every 3 years, they're going to make a buying decision to replace. Some of them will replace with yet another feature phone, but a lot of them will look at their first smartphone. And so I think that the leap from that feature phone to the smartphone is so important that when that leap is made, that what happens for that user, what happens with that consumer, that experience that that consumer has will start a telltale of exactly what will happen. Because think about on the feature phone case, they're used to long battery life, they're used to simplicity, they're used to durability, and so there's a lot of noise about very low-end smartphones in the market. But if you make that leap from something that has served you very well into now something that is marginal, that's not going to be a good experience. And my hat's off to the HMD Nokia team for standing by the same value that they've brought to the feature phone market, standing by that in the smartphone market. Now, as Juho is pointing out, this development of HMD and bringing back Nokia is a story, and the development of a phone is a story. And so that story typically starts with the processor. So how to make a decision about the processor. And the Qualcomm 212, well, you might say, okay, where does Qualcomm fit in all of this? And it was only a month ago or so, I shared a stage with Ajay when we launched the Nokia 8 here in India, and we talked about the 835. Qualcomm has a series of processors, the 200, 400, 600, 800 family, and each of them stand for something. Something related to quality, something related to value, something related to technology propositions. And you might argue, how are we participating in this 200 family? Well, think about Toyota and Honda. Why do they invest in F1? They invest in F1 so that those technologies ultimately end up in Corollas and Civics. And it's the same thing with us investing in our 800 so that our technology ultimately ends up in our 600, 400, and 200 series. And so what we're bringing here is essentially what we call LTE for everyone. We focused on the CPU, or the processor unit, the GPU, which is the graphics unit, and the modem, to bring the technology in that would enable an HMD Nokia to produce a product like the Nokia 2. So if I shift to the next slide, please. Okay, we talked, Juho pointed out what that consumer study that we did talked about. What we want to just talk about is the simplicity for all practical purposes. We talked about the modem, we talked about the power efficiency, and we talked about the vibrant display. Now I just want to say that what we do at Qualcomm is build enabling technologies. It is up to our partners to take those enabling technologies and elaborate on them. And I think what you saw Juho present was an elaboration of that display technology, an elaboration of how they are stretching the power management, an elaboration of this 2-day battery life. All of that, of course, leads to some slight cost adjustment. But if you think about, again, what I said about the choice of the consumer, when the consumer makes that leap, some 600 million of them making a decision this year to make that choice, 500 million feature phone users in India alone making decisions this year, then adding all of these things together and making sure that that quality matches up, that is something that, frankly, a Nokia is uniquely positioned to do. And they have made the energy and the effort to produce a product that I believe will be a real winner in the Indian market. So thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you, Juho.
Thank you, Larry. Now, I spoke a lot about this, the consumer profile, how people use their phones. I already mentioned that the display is on over 5 hours each day. So what we've done is that we've looked at the market research, we've interviewed a lot of consumers, and we've developed this profile for a day in a life for the consumer. Then we went to town in terms of finding the right technical solutions on drawing as little power from the battery as possible. The outcome is in the chart that you can see behind me. You can get to 2 days with your Nokia 2 and still have power left for the 3rd day to make that critical phone call. Now that's quite remarkable, isn't it? During those 2 days, you'll likely take a lot of pictures. Nokia 2 features a 5-megapixel front-facing camera and an 8-megapixel main camera. But again, here we go beyond the specification. I would really invite all of you here today to go and try the camera performance in real life as we leave this venue. We're very happy with the image quality tuning and the optimization that we've done on Nokia 2. There's another cool treat. Google Assistant is one of my favorite experiences. Now, Google is very keen to ensure the quality of their product as it is delivered for the consumers, something that we also fundamentally believe in. I'm happy to announce that Nokia 2 is the first and only phone in its segment featuring Google Assistant. That's a statement on the degree of precision engineering that we apply when we make our products. The Assistant also has multi-language support. It can show you search results in Hindi. And then, of course, the third pillar of our strategy, our take on Android that's pure, secure, and up-to-date. Right out of the gate, you'll get excellent performance on your Nokia 2 on Android N. Shortly, you will get even better experience on your Nokia 2 with Android Oreo. As we spoke with the consumers, one thing that we learned is that they have a pain point. The performance of their devices deteriorate over time. So we thought that wouldn't it be fun to bring something in this segment that only gets better over time. Nokia 2 is future-proof. Nokia 2 will be available starting mid-November. The device will retail at an average global retail price of 99 euros. So Nokia 2, 2-day battery life. A take on Android that's pure, secure, and up to date. And a brilliant display and a high quality premium Nokia design. Now I'd like to invite Larry, Pekka, AJ, and Florian back on the stage for a bit of a photo op. Thanks. Thank you very much. I'm sure you guys are carrying your devices, right? Here we go.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Nokia 2.
Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for your time here. We request you to now move towards platform number 2 as the Nokia 2 Metro awaits you. We request your cooperation at the security check.